Hey, what's up guys? Great BTC here and you're watching Crypto Hustle. In this video, I just want to give you guys an update of what's going on in the world of cryptocurrency, specifically, what's going on with Binance. Should you be concerned and withdraw your funds from Binance crypto exchange? Because as we speak, there are a lot of elements in the mix with the FTC in the US, FETC in the US, and we have a little bit of a problem where Binance, as the company, and CZ is being sued. So it's not ending only there. There is something extra that's going on. If you guys know Kim.com, Kim.com has come out and say anyone who still has crypto on Binance likes to play with nitroglycerin on a unicycle at the edge of an active volcano during a magnitude 9 earthquake. Good luck. And then he came back and say, I don't have beef with CZ. When he became an arsonist and set fire to Biden's biggest donor, I knew what would happen to him and Binance. I respect CZ as a self-made billionaire. I'm just pointing out the obvious that Binance now has an expiry date. CZ doesn't like to hear that. All right? So he is alluding to what's going on between Binance and the CFTC. Now, I'm just going to put it out in the front for those of you guys who are looking for other platforms to use instead of Binance. I've put links in the description below. You can use those. But right now, I will go through some in detail. I will walk through this Binance situation and the case that the CFTC has against Binance, and then you guys can make your own decisions. I do think Binance is an incredible platform, but this case is really serious, and these people are so powerful and they're not happy that FTX, which was the donor of the Democrat Party and the Republican Party in America, was collapsed, and they think CZ is responsible. Now, I am currently using OKX. Number one, most of my funds are on OKX. Link to that is in the description below. I'm also using Bybit. Link to that is in the description below. I'm also using Ledger hardware wallet. For most of my funds that I'm not trading with, I'm keeping them on a hardware wallet. And I'll recommend you guys do the same. Use the links in the description. You get discount bonus and welcome bonus on the exchanges that you're using. It's very important to know that do not use one exchange. And I love Binance as well. But right now, things are shaky and anything can happen. That's why I'm saying this right now. So let's walk you guys through what's going on. So this is the case of Binance right now. The US case against Binance calls out for one of the worst kept secrets in crypto. This is another piece of news. Crypto exchange Binance accused by CFTC of illegally serving US clients. This is the biggest piece of news. But I will go a little bit further and show you guys what Binance Chief Strategy Officer had said. Frank Chaparro asked a question on Twitter and said, can crypto exchanges simply stop having internal trading desks? And Patrick, who is the CSO of Binance, went out and said, unlike other exchanges, Binance does not nor ever has hunted user stops or liquidation prices. Any trades made are primarily algorithmic for market stability purposes or to reduce slippage. User protection has always and still remains our top priority, and we will never aggressively trade against users to their detriment. Huge difference between true market makers and Alameda Research. So basically, he is sort of confirming that they do trade as a company on their own platform, but they don't trade aggressively. Maybe this is not what he wanted to mean. He's just saying that, look, every exchange basically has a market making business, but this does not come out really well, that it has a lot of people concerned as well. But first, let me get to you guys understand at what crimes is Binance allegedly committing according to the CFTC? So the CFTC has written this document. It's multiple pages. And what they're saying basically is that, you know what, Binance is not a good company because they're trading against their own users, but also they are servicing US clients. So you guys might know that the United States is the most regulated country on the planet in a way that when it comes to financial products, it's highly regulated. It doesn't like companies just setting up shop and operating, dealing with money. That's why most companies would operate and they would open a US entity, like Binance did the same as well. But before they did that, they were circumventing the US laws, and the US is going back in those days and say, hey, you were doing this kind of evil in our eyes, therefore you need to pay for it. And if you remember correctly, that is the same crime that had Arthur Hayes, former Bitmex CEO, sentenced to house arrest on anti-money laundering charges. This is because Arthur Hayes and his company, Bitmex, were operating and servicing US clients. If you are a crypto company, you're not supposed to service US clients anyway, but it's very difficult for people to look it over because the US has a lot of money. US citizens have more money and you want to service them. So what people are doing is basically they just ignore and allow the US clients to trade on their platforms using VPNs. Now, I do not think that Binance is in the wrong here, but I do know for a fact that it is being attacked by the most powerful government in the world right now, and they're so aggressive. The same fate as Andrew Tate. You might be in the right, but if they want to destroy you, they more likely will. But we'll see how it goes out because Binance is a powerful platform. It can be used as a tool by China and other powerful countries as well. So just based on this, I wouldn't feel safe right now to keep all my money or too much money on Binance. I still have a little bit of money, but I've been pushing out my money as much as I can out of Binance. And a lot of my US friends are complaining that, hey, the OKX or Bybit and other exchanges that you use do not work in the US. I have a recommendation for you guys who are in the US. KuCoin works in the US, and I have dropped a link for you down in the description. So find a few exchanges that you can find, and then you can spread across your funds as much as possible. You never want to leave it all in one place. Now, I will go into the document to show you guys the proof of what the US is talking about. So, number one is the use of unknown, or what we call relabeling the US customer base that Binance have been doing. Unknown, so it's this. Okay, unknown. Yeah, here we go. So this page shows what the CFTC is complaining about. And what they're saying is that in October, let me start it from here. Yeah, so 138, this is page 45. Binance revenue reports rely on data drawn from Binance internal database. The monthly revenue report for September 2020 reflects that 2.5 million customers were located in the US. The same month, Binance revenue report shows 0.3 million Binance customer users located were unknown. This report provided to Zhao or CZ and at least certain members of Binance senior management showed, and this is the report. Then in October 2020, the same month in a rival digital asset exchange, its principals were sued by CFTC. Zhao directed Binance personnel to replace the US value for certain data fields in Binance internal database with the value unknown. So what they're referring to here, they're referring to the case of Arthur Hayes and Bitmex. They were being chased down by the regulators, and when this happened, CZ himself told his team and said, look, in our data sheet, wherever it says US clients, wherever it says the US, change that variable and call it unknown, which was quite a smart move, right? Because they're like, okay, look, these people are aliens, on our platform. We don't want them, but they're using it. If we call them US, we might be under scrutiny. So they did that. And then they say that thereafter, Binance revenue reports continue to attribute US derived customers and revenue to unknown and did not reflect the presence of any customers from the US. The October 2020 report also provided that CZ and at least certain members of Binance senior management showed. So this is the breakdown of what they're talking about. This is case number one. Now, there is a case of terrorism finances, AK-47. AK-47. Okay, so this is another issue that they have a problem with, or they are allegedly using to attack Binance. Internally, Binance officers, employees, and agents have acknowledged that Binance platform has been facilitating potentially illegal activities. For example, in February 2019, after receiving information regarding Hamas transactions on Binance, Lim explained to a colleague that terrorists usually send small sums as large sums constitute money laundering. Lim's colleague replied, "Can barely buy an AK-47 with $600. And with regard to certain Binance customers, including customers from Russia, Lim acknowledged in Feb 2020 chat that, like, come on, they are here for crime." And then Binance money laundering regulator officer, agreed that, in quotes, "we see the bad, but we close two eyes." Right. So they took this chat from what we call from Signal. It's supposed to be a private chat on Signal, but unfortunately, this has been leaked for some reason. So I don't know whether Signal lied to us that they're end-to-end encrypted and nobody can get access to your chats or on Telegram or whatever. But these apps are essentially lying to us because these are private conversations that are not supposed to be in the hands of anyone else. So Grandpa Rock say, "I withdraw anyway because they stopped the staking in the UK." Absolutely. You have to be careful with exchanges right now. In the description, there's a link to Ledger. Grab yourself a hardware wallet. These governments are in trouble right now, especially the US. The banks are under stress. They will do anything to reduce outflow of money from their system. So crypto is definitely number one, something that they want to destroy. But you see, as the world is going into more turmoil, you can see that crypto is still being resilient. And here, Amivin Bays says, "You made a similar live broadcast last year." Absolutely. Look, my job is not to pick sides. I'm just giving you the facts of what's going on, and then you make your own decision. And when it comes to risk management with these kind of things, is that I on Twitter, a lot of people feel a little bit emotional about Binance. They love the product, just like I do, to the point that they just want, they think they can just wish it away, to say, "Oh, look, can it all just go away? Oh yeah, we want everything to be all right." But you have to know that in this game, nobody cares about you. CZ is an incredible CEO. Everybody loves him. He tries his best to be transparent. But in this game, everyone is on their own. People lie and they make a fake front, just like FTX. At the end, you realize that you lost your money because you have so much trust in people or companies. So I love CZ, I love Binance, but I would not watch my money just be taken away because I just trust or believe in someone. In Bitcoin or in crypto, we say, do not trust, verify. So we don't know how this is going to end. It's better to take a risk management approach. Anyway, I will move on to the next. So we talked about terrorism financing, which is part of the allegations. Another allegation is based on insider trading. So this is common knowledge for people who have been trading crypto for a long time. This has been the rumors, the biggest rumor about CZ and Binance, that CZ was working at OKX before, and his job was basically to trade against their own traders or something like that. And I do know some traders who swear that they can never use Binance. They don't like the if you look at the wicks on Binance, a lot of people feel that it's manipulated. So, on information and belief, Binance has not subjected the trading activity of Merit Pick, Sigma Chain, or its approximately 300 house accounts to any anti fraud or anti manipulation surveillance or controls to the extent Binance purports to have required its officers, employees, and agents to abide by a relatively new insider trading policy. Binance approximately 300 house accounts are exempt from that policy. So basically, they're just saying that Binance has its own market making business and they also trade and they sort of manipulate the market to make money. To this, I'm not surprised. I know that all exchanges, that's what they do. They have so much power and they will definitely do something with it. It's very unfortunate that they do it, but it's there. I'm sure if you look into any other exchange, you're going to find similar behavior. It's too tempting for them to not do it. And there's nothing stopping them from doing it, right? They have all the books, they have all the data, so they may know what to do. They know when the market is going to crash. They know the inflows and when the market is going to pump. And they hold a lot of tokens that they accept by listing other projects or partnerships. So to me, this is not really that much concerning, but obviously they can use this to attack Binance as much as they want. Now, where there is a problem for me that I think it's more of a serious problem is this on gambling. Okay, so here it starts here. CZ has directly involved in Binance product offerings. He has monitored the derivative products offered by competing digital assets exchanges and brainstormed ways for Binance to keep pace with its competition. For example, in October 28, 2021 or 2020, a chat among Binance Market Intelligence Group, CZ circulated a web link referencing gamified crypto trading, and he told an employee to keep an eye on this. The employee responded, "We have done some research on this. Right now, most of the gamification trading are based on some complex derivative financial instruments, such as binary options, exotic options, and perpetual swaps. The reason why we did the futures battle is we wanted to lower the barrier of complex financial products and increase the conversion or retention rate. But there is two things we need to be careful. One, usually this kind of products looks like gambling, which may bring us some compliance and reputation risk. So we need to make sure the product does not look like a gamble game. Two, user might be much easier to get addicted to these products. So we need to enhance responsible trading, or you could say playing as well. Binance currently offers a battle function that allows users to compete with each other and earn points by trading Binance derivative contracts in a head-to-head battle to see who is the most profitable in a 1-minute battle. And they can do this with a leverage of up to 125x on Binance. So honestly, I'm on Binance side on this one as well, even though it's concerning. Basically, they're saying that they look at the competition. New exchanges are coming into this place. They're coming with new products, competing, and most of them are derivative-based products. And Binance is saying, look, how can we stay on top of the competition? We have to create the same products. And the team is saying, look, we can, but we don't want to necessarily just rush out products like this. Some of them look like gambling. And we don't want to be on the gambling side of things. We are a crypto exchange. So they would create products, but they would try to make sure that these products are not falling into the realm of gambling products, which I think it's reasonable. they know that people are going to trade anyway. If they don't do it on Binance, they'll do it somewhere else. So they created products that the market wants. I don't see anything wrong with that. It's just brainstorming ideas. All right. So whether they did it or not, it's a whole different story. But like you said, Odessa, it's just brainstorming. So this is, in my eyes, is the U.S. under so much pressure, monetary wise. The monetary policy is changing, and they're trying to find someone to blame and destroy the people they don't like. And Binance is a platform that they don't like for several reasons. Number one is because it's Chinese, and the U.S. is extremely racist. It's obsessed with race. So they're like, oh, this is a Chinese guy. Why can he be owning this large exchange? Number two is that CZ was kind of partly responsible for the collapse of FTX. So the political mafia of the US is actually involved with FTX, and they want him down. So, and then also there is the outflows of money, since the US dollar is under severe pressure from China and Russia and other large nation states. So what can you do in this situation? Look, Binance more likely is going to be fine, but CZ could get arrested, or something might happen. They might get a fine of like $1 billion or so, which they can afford to pay for it. Or the worst could happen. All these exchanges, they pump too much money. The business is relying on the crypto prices and leverage and networks and partnerships, but then also they operate as enemies. So you have to know this, that if Binance collapse, there are so many winners that will come to replace it. These are other platforms like Coinbase and so many others that stands to win if Binance tends to collapse. So you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket at this level. The best way of custodianship is yourself. Keep your crypto on your own, not your keys, not your money. Grab a hardware wallet. Link is in the description below. If you're a trader like me who trade actively, whether it's swing trading or futures or whatever, you constantly buying and selling coins, then you need to find an alternative exchange, because what we are presented with right now is what we call risk. Binance is now a risk to us. It's always a risk, and an exchange is always a risk. But now the risk variance are just increased by a magnitude, and we have to react. So I'm still exposed to Binance, but not as much as I used to be. Maybe I've taken out more than 80% of my capital I had in Binance and spread it onto OKX, Bybit, and some of it onto hardware wallet or cold storage. Whenever I want to trade, I can take it out of the hardware wallet, put it onto I'm using OKX for mostly for spot trading, and I'm using Bybit for derivatives trading, and I'm using Apex and GMX for on-chain trading on Arbitrum, on Ethereum, and BSC as well. Another thing that I will admit to you guys before I haven't even reviewed this to the private group on Discord. I am selling my position in BNB. I have a lot of BNB that I bought at $3, some of it at $11, some of it at $15. It's a lot of money. So I will be selling some of it so that I can reduce my exposure. I will reduce 75% from it until all this nonsense is over, because I have a sense that we might see a further decline of BNB, or maybe a pump. I don't know. But there are several other assets that are promising that I can put this money into it and wait for this to play out, and then I can get back into it. All right. I think it's only reasonable, but that's just me as an investor. I need now to make a reasonable decision when it comes to things like this. And Peter is asking, what wallet is safe now? Wallet that is safe is a cold storage wallet. So number one is Ledger, because it's a hardware wallet. Another wallet that I use is Exodus wallet. So Exodus is incredible. MetaMask wallet are incredible. MetaMask is actually, in fact, for me, number one, because it allows you to do on-chain. It allows you to do multiple chains, but also hardware or software wallet as both. Should I be worried with the news about Binance? So you should be worried if you have funds on Binance, obviously, because something can happen. You might not know, maybe because Binance, also something shady they did is that they removed the proof of reserves from their website. Now you have no access to see all that anymore, which is very concerning. Whereas OKX is sending you the proof of reserves on a weekly basis. They send you an email, say, hey, go check your proof of reserves. It's still there. And Binance removed that, which I don't know why they did it. But what if their valuation, when they say we have billions of dollars in cash, what if they're talking about value that is attached to their own token, BNB, which the US also considers it a security? Now, it means that if BNB had to collapse, let's just assume, if BNB had to collapse, Binance would also be hit if a bank run would have to happen. But I know that they've been under attack for so long, so they might have solutions already in place to maintain this kind of pressure by getting as much cash as possible into their hands. So I don't really know what will happen, to be honest, but I can only protect myself. At the end of the day, I do this to make money for me. I don't care about Binance. I don't care about CZ, just like they don't care about me. Everyone is on their own on this in this game, except for us who are watching this video. We're a community, the Crypto University community or the Crypto Hustle community. We check on each other. We know, we care. We want all of us to do well. These exchanges are businesses, so we can never be loyal to them. All right. What impact will this have towards other exchanges? This will have, just like FTX collapse gave other exchanges an opportunity to grow, to attract new customers, new money, and it also forced them to be more transparent, to compete by becoming better, by aligning with the law. Number one, being compliant. Number two, being more transparent to their users. Before FTX collapse, we had no such a thing as proof of reserves. But now we have proof of reserves. The credible exchanges are revealing their wallets and say, hey, this is all the money we have right now. Check it out. And from there, you'll be able to tell whether you want to work with that exchange or not. And if Binance also collapse, let's say, or even just the pressure alone, I don't want Binance to collapse, by the way, just to keep it clear. Just the pressure alone is going to change how exchanges handle money, how they deal with the law. They will make sure that they're as compliant as they can be, and also they stop with the insider trading. Because if you trade derivatives, you know how the drawdowns are real, or the candlesticks, the wicks are so high in derivatives because the exchanges are always trading against us. So now, because there is so much pressure from the government, we could see a little bit of change when it comes to this right now. All right. And it's really weird that Binance is able to take a risk in the US and allow US traders to trade on their platform. And they made it difficult for people in Zimbabwe. They have the government that don't even care, but still they cannot log on to Binance and use it effectively. They say they're sanctioned. So I don't really quite understand the game theory, but it looks bad at the moment. Emmanuel says, I've been trying to get into arbitrage and I'm just verified on Binance account just a few hours ago. What do I do now? Yeah, look, if you're a trader, it's still perfectly fine. I'm still trading on Binance P2P. Majority of my P2P volume is on Binance and it's several Bitcoins per day. So it's still fine for trading, but you just have to keep it in at the back of your mind. Do not park all your money onto it. Diversify. And also another thing that I wanted to share, I will share in the Discord in the Alpha group with my community. If Binance gets scrutinized so much, a lot of people are going to start running away from it, going into other exchanges. So it's very, very important for P2P traders. Start creating a review system, credibility on other exchanges, so that if Binance, let's say, is gone, you still have a backup exchange, whatever is going to be big. Maybe Paxful will be back again, or it can be OKX or Bybit. Go on to other markets and make sure your reviews are 5-star. You're training your customers better, so that when you move to a new platform, you still have a market to play with. Okay. Someone, Mary Godson, says that I have savings in BNB. Yeah, that's awesome. I also have a lot of money in BNB. I bought at $3 back in the day. I bought some of it $11, $15. Now I just reviewed on this video that I will be selling 75% of those coins for now. When things clear out, I will be able to go back in. So before I finish this video, for every single like that I get on this live stream, I do one push-up. So I would appreciate all the likes. It helps the video to perform well on YouTube, to defeat the YouTube algorithm. So every push-up that I get right now, I will do. Every like, I will turn it into a push-up right on the live stream before we close. So let's get those lives coming. And look, I do not want Binance to fail. In fact, I was the best influencer for Binance in 2021. I love Binance. I love CZ. So I have to make clear that this is only an alert video, a risk management video, and dealing with the reality. I'm not hating on Binance or anything like that. All right. Z says that I'm brand new to crypto. I just watched your beginners video. What we're talking about, how would this apply to a brand newbie? Okay, if you're a newbie to crypto and you're listening to this right now, just be aware that do not use one platform. Don't take all your money and lock it onto one platform. Diversify by using a few other platforms. I personally use Binance, but I also use OKX. I use Bybit. I use Apex. I use Hobby sometimes, not as much anymore. But now I use KuCoin also. Links to all those platforms that I use are down in the description. The only reason we do this is that if a platform collapses, you don't lose all your money. I saw a guy on Reddit today who said he saved up for 3 years to make it up to 1 BTC. And then he made 1 Bitcoin and he was super excited. He took a screenshot on it. And now there was like a story about him where now he lost that 1 Bitcoin on FTX because he had it all onto one platform. So that's all I can say about that. Please, Binance can't go down, too big to fail. My man, FTX was assumably starting to become bigger. I mean, it was bigger than Binance in the US, but also in Singapore, but it collapsed. It collapsed just like that. So the thing is, I don't want to predict or speculate on whether Binance is too big to fail. I just don't want to lose money. I told you guys the same thing with FTX before it collapsed. I told you the same thing about BlockFi. We say, oh, BlockFi is the most regulated DeFi platform. It has all the good people and all the VCs behind it. Boom, collapsed. The same thing I told you guys about Celsius. You can go on Twitter and look up my tweets. I've been telling people about these things. Do not trust. All these systems are all facades. Like, imagine how fragile and how crazy the financial system, even in the US. They make it sound like they're professionals, they know what they're doing, but a bank, SVB, 2 weeks ago collapsed. A bank ran out of money. So you can never say that something is too big to fail. There's no such thing. Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet is perfectly fine because it's a non-custodial wallet. It means that the funds are actually on your account. You control the private keys. On Binance, you're giving away your private keys to Binance. Now they can take those money, trade with them, do whatever they want, and they can lose the money. On Trust Wallet, the only way you can lose money is if you get hacked or you actually spend the money. So don't worry about it. ProfitPilot says, I tried to withdraw my 5 BNB 5 minutes ago. They showed me 504 error. What's going on? Please make me understand. Yeah, I don't really know exactly what's going on there, but I can assure you that I'm sure everything is fine because I haven't had any problems myself. But if you can, take out your BNB from there and put it onto a wallet that you control. I have my BNB on a self-custody wallet. It's fine. The only reason I'm selling my BNB is because if this story of Binance continues and they scrutinize them too much, we could see a decline in price of BNB. And that is going to be concerning because I've made so much gains on it and I don't want to lose it all. Any available arbitrage now? So the only available arbitrage that I'm hearing rumors is between Binance and Bybit in a ZAR pair. So ZAR USD is going to launch on Bybit very soon. And whenever there's a new pair launch in ZAR, there is an arbitrage between the local exchanges and the newly launched pair on that exchange. So just prepare. Make sure you have a Bybit account you're trading on there, so that when they launch, boom, you will be the first one to take care of that opportunity. That is very important. The whole BSC scan and its ecosystem will bring a whole lot of tokens down. ETH, BNB, Matic will remain strong or have temporary fad. I mean, Binance itself it's a huge ecosystem on its own, right? The Binance chain or the company itself is huge, obviously. So if it gets a hit, we could see Bitcoin again below 20,000. So we have to be extremely, extremely careful. It wouldn't hurt to put your stop losses at some point. My stop loss on Bitcoin right now is it's at $25,000. So at 25K, it will sell automatically, and then I'll re-enter the position at some point. So you have to be extremely careful. I'm interested in to buy your BNB. How can I purchase it? Well, you can just purchase it on Binance. Why do you have to buy it from me on OTC? I'll sell it on Binance myself, so it's perfectly fine. But guys, hedge your risk. Things are looking good. We have been talking about a lot of negative news, but on the positive side, Bitcoin looks more sexier than ever, guys. The US is under siege right now. The collapse is real. Russia just made a deal with China, and they settled in the Chinese yuan. I think it was also Canada that purchased something from China, and they settled in yuan. No, it was France yesterday. So you can now start to see that the world is deviating away from the US dollar standard, and a new currency is yet to be found, but these countries do not trust each other enough. The thing is, Bitcoin is basically denominated to the dollar mostly. So as the US dollar loses its value, we will see Bitcoin keep on pumping. The more they print, the more we go up. So we have never been well settled than right now. I see some of you guys here saying, hey, Brazil settled in yuan. Yes, that's another country also. Brazil settled in yuan. So this is starting to happen. And all you need to do is hodl onto your Bitcoin. By the time Bitcoin hits $30,000, which I think in the next couple of days, there will be an explosion on the altcoin, because the dominance of Bitcoin is maturing, and it reaches at a point where people are now starting to offload some profit and pushing it onto the altcoins. So in the Discord server, in the alpha channel, I'm sharing all the altcoins that I'm looking into, all the activities that I'm looking into, the NFTs. You should join the alpha channel. Link is in the description below. If you want courses on how to trade, how to invest in crypto, I also have that covered. You can go to cryptouniversity.network, grab my course, and in no time, it will make you a trader really quickly, that you will start generating income from trading cryptocurrencies full time. NFTs, crypto, whatever you want. All right. I will now go to the gym. It's time to hit the gym, guys. But thank you so much for watching this live stream. I will share the push-ups for today's video on the YouTube Shorts and on Instagram and also on Twitter, which you can follow me. I have to go. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you on the next video. Hopefully Binance stays alive, but right now doesn't really look that well. When people like Kim, who have worked with governments before, they have been attacked by governments, they know how the US government attacks and how it works. Right now they're saying that, hey, anyone who still has crypto on Binance likes to play with nitroglycerin on a unicycle at the edge of an active volcano during a magnitude 9 earthquake. Good luck. So if people are saying this, you would definitely have to listen, right? We can't be emotional, guys. This is trading. This is investing. This is money. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.